Welcome to Team Hurricane Returns. I am Sean.
And I'm Daryl. So, it has been a week. We have had some listens on our previous show, and it's time to do another one.
Yeah, there was such staggering response to the first episode.
I felt that we had to. We just owed it to the fans to do another one. But we asked for some people to reach out, and through various forms of social media, they did. So I'll start with the mailbag sort of segment to see what because when we did this show previously, it was really all via email. There wasn't a whole lot of there wasn't as many like social media channels that we were communicating on about the show. So like we were like, oh, email in. Now people are just like, yo, do this on my like a Facebook post, and it's like, well, I saw that. Like I can't act like I didn't see that. Well, you didn't use the official channel,
Right. Yeah. We only take requests through Gmail.
Look, it has to be through our Rocket Mail or don't even bother, okay?
Rocket Mail. You have to fill out a form on our GeoCities page or fuck off.
Right. Okay, man, that's just follow the rules, okay?
This is why we got so many listens, because we're such strict rule followers.
Anyway, so I posted a tweet a couple of days ago, or not a couple of days ago, earlier today, and said, hey, what do you want us to talk about? And so Conan said, our friend Conan said, in the alternate timeline where there was no Team Hurricane 2012 to 2020 hiatus, and you produced hundreds of episodes during that time, what was your favorite or least favorite episode you would have made? Okay, that's something to think about.
I mean, I already know, but we can wait if you need a little time.
We got some. I think we could get down into a rabbit hole on that one.
Okay.
Adam Blanton asked, and I want to answer some real questions here.
Okay.
Why do hot dogs come in packs of 10 while hot dog buns come in packs of 8? And I said, well, surely I can figure this out for Adam.
Right.
And so I did. That's just how they sell them. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
they're hoping you'll buy 80 of each.
That's the long. Well, basically, what happened was like when they made hot dogs, they were like, well, if you do like 10 hot dogs, it's about 1.6 pounds. That's what we want to sell. That's the amount of meat you get. And bakers are like, well, we only want to make 8 buns, so deal with it. And that's just where we are. Mrs. Bairds, if you're listening, please look into this a little bit. I know you're listening. I'm sure you're listening. I'm sure that you're following us on Twitter, but help us out with that if you know.
In an age where I can watch every Marvel movie and Star Wars movie on the same streaming platform, I shouldn't have to buy disparate amounts of buns and hot dogs. Adam Blanton has a great point.
I absolutely agree. Our friend Sunny says that she has no questions. She's just super excited.
Oh.
So
good.
Excellent.
We're super excited too.
I will also bring up this. We'll get back to Conan's in just a second. On Twitter, our good friend Walter
Coots
said, Walter Coots, that he would like to hear about Sim Cinema.
Okay.
So I've got a little something to talk about Sim Cinema-wise. But
all right.
Let me hear about your favorite episode that we did in this other timeline.
Well, so my favorite or my least favorite?
Let's go with favorite.
Okay. My favorite was when we did the celebrity butt chugging competition.
Okay.
With a bunch of local celebrities for the Firefighters Relief Fund.
Okay. I remember that was when the firefighters' house burned down. Shock of shocks, right? Like.
Right. When life's cruelest irony.
Yes.
Played its best song. So, and since I was so fucking hammered, I didn't actually remember to thank anybody. So I just want to call out some of the local celebrities who donated their time. Dale Henson, Barney the Dinosaur, Gloria Campos, Edie Jakes.
But hold on. I didn't think the fist fight from any of them was appropriate.
No. And the orgy was kind of awkward.
Thank you for coming, but could you have left that part of it like
out of the studio?
Okay, I know I was hammered. That doesn't mean anything, okay?
Right.
Like,
that doesn't excuse your behavior, Gloria.
Right. Okay, Barney, especially.
Yeah, Barney, what is the Chamber of Commerce going to say?
They wouldn't be pleased, is all I'm going to say. Right. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. I also just wanted to thank Vanilla Ice, Perry Gilpin, and Wishbone the dog.
Yes. And R.I.P. to Wishbone, right? Like,
yes.
who would have seen that coming, right?
Oh, my God. That was actually the night Wishbone died.
Right. It was because of T.D. Jakes.
T.D. Jakes just got drunk and went on a stomp fest and like.
And it wasn't because he was intentionally trying to kill the dog, right? That's not what we're saying. Like he was he was feeling it. He was having a good time.
He likes to pretend he's Godzilla when he's drunk. Knock shit over. Like
accidents happen. I don't begrudge him. That wasn't an act of malice.
Right. Do you have one?
No, I don't have one.
Okay. Well, my least favorite episode was the time you killed a guy on air.
Yeah, but like here, I know. I get it. It sounds worse than it is. It wasn't like, okay. Here's what happened.
Please explain.
I didn't know that if he didn't have those pills that he would die.
Even though he kept saying, I need my pills?
Yes, I thought that it was like a bit that he was doing. Because,
I mean, when T.D. Jakes killed Wishbone, that was a bit. Why wouldn't this be a bit, too?
So anyway, I apologize to that man's family, and I still, I sent him Christmas cards and stuff.
Why did you have his pills? Why did he give them to you to begin with?
No, I took them. It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
Like it was a funny joke. I thought he was doing a bit, and he died. I didn't know. And I've apologized for the past 10 years. Okay.
like at a certain point, it's your problem for bringing up the past. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. We've all moved on. I think, frankly, right. That's why we started this show.
So those were my two big ones.
Okay, so I guess yeah, I'll dig deep next week and give you mine. I was focused on this other thing that I was like, the Sim Cinema thing is really what got me. So
you want to explain to the audience what that game is?
Right. So this was a game that was like a freeware game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could download it from CNET, and it was like a simulating game, like a text-based simulator. There were no photos or it was like a text-based simulator where you owned like a production company,
mm-hmm.
and you had to pitch an idea for a movie to studios, and the pitch was really just the title of the movie. Let's be honest.
You also came up with a tagline and a genre.
Yes, that's true. That's fair. So, you would make Last Action Hero 2 as an action adventure. You wouldn't market that as like a horror movie because but it didn't matter, right? Like the name's never affected. Like you could have called the movie anything, and we did call those movies all kinds of things.
Yes.
So I've been thinking about it. We played it a lot. We played it an amount that was probably unhealthy sometimes. We played that game.
I was obsessed.
We all had it on whatever old Mac that we had, and it was just fun and hours of entertainment. We were all trying to out joke each other, and it was a big deal. So I searched for it and I was like, where is this thing? And I found what are those things called? An emulator.
Yeah. Oh.
Where you can play the game. So I was like, let's play the game. First off, I will tell you, this emulator sucks.
Oh.
It takes forever to do anything. You click on it and you're like, I'm used to today's technology where I'm like, click, I need it now. Give me the thing.
You get it even before you click.
Right, exactly. The computer just knows intuitively what I want.
Yeah, thank you, Amazon.
Thank you, corporate and technological overlords.
Right.
So I was like, let's make a movie.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I was like, well, what's the most topical thing that I could do?
Oh, no.
COVID-19. That's just
Right.
it. That's the name of the movie. That's just the fucking name of the movie. And
Okay.
the description is a global pandemic that will kill you, or that will leave you devastated, either physically or economically. Horror movie, of course, right?
Of course.
Of course. So I went light on the violence. It's a post-apocalyptic world. There's going to be some violence.
Yeah.
It's not like The Road, you know?
Yeah, but the violence, have you seen The Road?
Yeah, I didn't finish it because it was so violent. It terrified
Yeah, I was going to say,
me.
that was not light on violence.
Same feel, I think, is what I was going for.
Oh, okay.
Profanity, heavy.
Of course. It's a Daryl Smith Jr. production.
Right. Sex and nudity, light. You know, you got to keep it light.
A little bit of bush here and there. Maybe
So,
hanging down
the mechanics, yes, you know, and that's probably honestly what it would be, because I don't think that I could. I just think it would be easier to find a guy to be like, yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
Yeah, I'll show you my dick.
Because they do that now, and I'm like, don't,
for
gentlemen,
free. Yeah.
don't do that. But I'll pay you to do it in this movie, and that's when it's appropriate.
Right, when someone asks you to do it.
It's fine then. So in this game, after you do all that, you pick your title. You got to select a distributor. Mm-hmm. And the thing about this game is it was made in like 1999.
Right. I remember.
So here are the studios that it comes with. Universal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 20th Century Fox doesn't technically exist anymore, but
R.I.P.
Okay. Paramount. Columbia.
Sony.
TriStar.
Which is also Sony now.
Mm-hmm. And Miramax.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Ooh.
So, like, to pitch to them, this game is not overly complicated, right? Like, it's not, you're not typing out, like, a bunch of, like, I got to tell the executive this, I got to pitch the guy this, you know. It's just like, you click a button and say, hey, I'm pitching to Universal, I'm pitching to TriStar, I'm pitching to... So, you start out a company. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you my company's name. It's Ambient Entertainment.
Nice, nice millennial joke.
Anyway, so you start out as a company, and so you're trying to get your first movie. This is my first movie. Everyone rejected it. TriStar, it said, didn't even return my phone call.
Oh.
And I thought this would have been right up their alley.
This is why TriStar went out of business.
Yeah, well, that's fair. I was hoping they'd let me be a part of that closure.
They didn't know a good idea when they heard it.
I got one offer.
Okay.
$19 million as my budget.
Wow.
And I said,
$99.
Yeah, so that's what I thought too. I was like, great, sounds good. So I go to pick Paramount.
Ah, okay.
Paramount took a chance on a first-time ambient entertainment production. There was you pick a director at this point. You pick actors and actresses, and you also pick score, music. If you want to do digital effects, you can do that, and also like what kind of sound you're going to do. Like, so you pick all those. 19 million apparently doesn't buy a lot.
No,
it doesn't buy anything, as I find out quickly in this game. So I pick $5 million for Barry Sonnenfeld, the guy who did Addams Family. Is going to direct my rated R horror movie, COVID-19.
I know his name, but I don't know any of his... Oh, he also did Men in Black. Okay.
Yes, yes.